Welcome to Corvallis, Oregon, Research Stadium, home to the Beavers, and you better get used to the sound of chainsaws as the fans here have been ready for this clash since early this morning. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the AAC, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns, taking on a team who is rested and ready, coming off a bye, the Oregon State Beavers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Beavers will get us started with the opening kickoff. Looking for blockers. And the returner will be brought down. First down for this offense. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Buys a little extra time. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him to get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. Now sliding to his left. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Moving away from pressure. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Raging Cajuns will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Showing the arm strength down the left side.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to run for it. At the 45, on his way. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And it's just got to be nice to have a running back that can make big-time plays with his feet. First down, 2nd down, 3rd down right here. His opportunity, he gets the football, makes a huge gain. He makes this offense go, and it makes it so easy to be a play caller.
Moves around to clear up the vision. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. You've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
The give to the back. They get him on the ground. He picked up about 4 yards, and the ball spotted at the 10. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Scanning the field, it's McCoy. Using his feet to buy time. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon State!
What an example of this quarterback just putting his offense on his back. Drop back, wanted to throw the ball downfield, nobody open, no problem. Extend the play by.
They're lining up to boot it away. Set to kick off. Let's see what he can do with the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. On second down, just keeps firing. He tries to take the top off. Pulls it in on the left. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Keeps the legs moving.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Dances away to buy time. Got out of trouble and throws. That's caught. It's Davis. Breaks a tackle and he's got room. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. And the Raging Cajuns are rolling down the field.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Oregon State 7, Louisiana 0.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's going to pass. Getting some heat. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cajuns.
Number 13.
If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done. Going up top. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. 2nd and 10 here. Out of the gun, the inside give. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. A 3rd down try for the offense. To the air, it's McCoy. Quickly complete. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The Beavers have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, you got to be careful when you're running the draw play because you're hoping those defensive ends get way up the field, thinking it's pass. Didn't happen that time, and the defense was able to get a negative play.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. He finds his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation. And now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Makes the grab. It's Card. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Gets it out fast. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Beavers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Back to throw, it's McCoy. They're bringing heat. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover 0. When I play cover 0, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Pressure coming. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And the ball will be grabbed at the 30-yard line. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Trying to get to him. Keeps it and got some room headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns.
number 13.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there and the Little Apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Texas Tech. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
He wants to throw. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it's lofted toward the sideline and intercepted.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. He'll pull it down and run. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he has vexed his defense with the scrambles. Another first down and yet another big gain. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Bought a little time, lets it go. Snares it outside, it's Dennis. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. He's looking to throw it. Keeps it going. He'll throw one to his right. Makes the grab. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. This was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Raging Cajuns will boot it away to start the second half.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it out. It's Card. He gets a block. He's got an alley. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house, great blocking, and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we're tied up in the third. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. And he takes this from inside the 5. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Oh, the ball's on the ground. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and his defense gets the ball back for its own. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. It's a draw. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's got it down the middle. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Beaver! They take the lead with the 6.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
The option look. He'll toss it. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Here on 3rd down for this offense. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Almost got to the sticks on 3rd down, able to pick up 6. He got a 4th and 1.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Gets rid of it. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. Knocked down after a short gain, but enough to move those chains. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Now it's 1st and 20 for the offense. The snap sets up to throw. On target. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
Well, on offense, you have got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing into 2nd level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
And the Raging Cajuns are moving quickly down the field. They'll ride the hot hand. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
With jet sweep pass. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Oregon State 21, Louisiana.
1st down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
At the 20, he's got space. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hand.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the 4th. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Makes a move. Got a little room. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon State. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You gotta go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up. It's because of that awesome kickoff return.
They're lining up to kick it off full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Dances away from one. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Buying some time as he moves left.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam! That defender's right in your face.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Knocked down for the tackle.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Looking to throw for it. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They'll throw it on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
They want to just keep throwing it. Quarterback now breaking the field. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Try to get it on the ground. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Got a man. It's Hankerson. Still on his feet at the 45. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. They want that clock to run. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game, you want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on third down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
They try to pop a run on the draw. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling the close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.